All right, so I got a new front splitter for the C8 here. I did another video. I've just got the factory Z51 splitter on there right now. I had an Extreme Online Store Z06 style front splitter on this. I have another video that I did reviewing a bunch of parts I got from Extreme Online Store. And I took it off because in that video, and I'll put a little picture of what I'm talking about here in this video, but that front splitter, the Z06 front splitter from Extreme Online Store, is so low to the ground, right in front of the wheels. Like the front nose of it had great clearance, but right here, for whatever reason, in front of the wheels, it dropped down and it only had about 2 inches of clearance to the ground, and it scraped constantly. And so I got absolutely sick of it, and I took it off because it would scrape at just normal spots that it shouldn't be scraping at. So anyway, I was looking for another splitter, and because I just think this front Z51 just kind of looks cheap. Whatever, it serves a purpose, it's got good clearance, but it just doesn't add anything to it. And so there's a million of these things online at different stores or whatever. I found this incredibly cheap one at Amazon, off of Amazon. So this is the matte black one. This one I bought is gloss black, and it was like it was about $10 more than the matte. And then they've got like some cheap, printed carbon fiber looking one too. Not real carbon fiber, obviously, but anyway, it looks like they're out of the gloss black. I must have got the last one, but I thought for $100, I'm like, whatever. I don't expect this to look good at all. Honestly, it's gonna, if this has any bit of quality to it, I'll be shocked. But there were a couple of reviews on there, and I don't know, the people seemed to think that they were okay. So I thought for $100, I'll give it a shot. It took like 3 weeks to get here. It's definitely coming from China. It took like a week and a half for it to even ship, and then it ended up showing up in California, then went to Missouri, and then finally I got it here in Minnesota. But yeah, I'm gonna open this sucker up and let's see what it looks like. But I'm gonna be impressed if this has any bit of quality. $100 for the whole thing, and it's supposed to be painted. It's supposed to be 5 sections, the 2 winglets on the side. It's a 5 VM style, so it should have the 2 little winglets on the side, and then there's a left and a right, and then a centerpiece. So wow, this sucker sticks out a long. It's gonna stick out a long ways. It's really wide. All right, so let's see. I mean, it's packaged really good, honestly. It's not, the packaging isn't bad. This one looks like it's open already. All right, there's 5 pieces. I'm just gonna use the factory screws, but it does look like, oh, you know what? Some of these are gonna be to put it together. Yeah, so these top ones are gonna be to secure to the bumper, which I'm not gonna use. I'll just use the factory. And these with the nuts, I think there's nuts in here, yeah. These are going to be to connect them together. All right, let's see what one of these looks like. If I can. Well, paint is pretty good, honestly. Doesn't look bad at all. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Yeah. $100. I'll be happy if all the parts look like this. I mean, seriously, this isn't bad at all. It's got like a name stamped in here. MMPP. Or wait, is it AMPP? AMPP? ABS plastic. This is not bad at all. The paint on this looks really nice. This is better paint quality than what I got off Extreme Online Store, by far. Like like these like side skirts I have, they're fun, they're okay, but like the paint, I don't know, you can probably see, like they got a little bit of waviness to them. There's, you know, they're not perfect. This looks better. I mean, this honestly looks better. I'll put a link to these splitters in the description, but yeah, this is not bad at all. So I'll unwrap the rest of these, and then I'm gonna bolt them up, and then I'll put it together before I put it on the car, and then I'll put it on the car, and then I'll kind of give I guess an overall review of it, and take a video just showing what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, I hope they look like that, because I think this is going to be one hell of a good deal for $100 if all the parts look like that and it all matches up to the factory screws and bolts up nice and clean. This should be awesome. So stay tuned. So I'm laying this thing out. It's got all these screws and nuts and bolts and stuff, but these, I have no idea where these are supposed to go, because I can't find anywhere on here that are for bolts. There's nothing here that looks like a bolt is going to go through. Usually you have the bolts to connect the two pieces. Like there's kind of like a seam right here that they come together and they bolt up. This type, they basically just have these, like, you know, these little spots that you know, mount together, and then you use these little screws to just go through and secure into the tops of these. And then obviously all these little mount points are going to be where it connects to the front bumper. So I'm not really sure what all this extra hardware is for. You know, especially these. I have no idea what these are for. I mean, there's 8 bolts and only 4 nuts, so I have no idea. But yeah, they give me a ton of extra hardware, I think. So I'll keep going, see how this goes. So that's what it looks like when it's all put together. And it does look pretty good. It sticks out a long ways. This thing's gonna look aggressive on it. One thing I did notice, like when you screw them in, I don't know if you can kind of see, there's like a little bit of a dimple like right here, and that happens when you screw in this screw. When it tightens up, it pulls this ABS plastic in a little bit, so you're gonna want to be careful not to over torque it. I mean, I'm not using a lot of force here, but you can see it kind of dimples them a little bit because it's so thin. It kind of pulls the plastic. So I'm gonna maybe take a heat gun to it and see if that'll just come out. But yeah, when you're tightening them up, definitely be careful not to over tighten them, because it's really thin plastic and it'll pull it. So, all right, I'm gonna get this thing on. All right, here we go, finished product. And I gotta say, I think this thing looks fantastic for $100. Are you kidding? I don't know. I'm impressed, man. I don't think you can beat the price on this. And it looks good. I mean, it definitely looks nicer than that the factory splitter. So I think in combo with these skirts, I mean, I think the arrow on this just looks awesome now. And I'm gonna still try to take a heat gun to just there's just a little bit of you know, distortion from where the screws kind of tighten up. But I think that'll come out with a heat gun, honestly. So, and even if it didn't, I mean, whatever. It's $100. Like, you know, if that's the biggest issue with it, I'm fine with that. So, not bad at all. I mean, altogether, the arrow on it looks really nice, I think, now. So there you go.